Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is I Allegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because I need you to tell me 5 things you've done last week. You make it bullet points. Let me know 5 things you've done with your job or else. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I am in Seal Beach, California on Main Street. This is an amazing uh, vacation town. People come out here, all these great shops. This is the sign of the times, guys. There are more vacancies here than I've ever seen in my entire life. The economic downturn of 2008 did not have this many business closures and this many business vacancies. And I spoke to a few people here. I spoke to an attorney who's here who was talking about how he's never seen the vacancies like this in the 30 years he's been here. And I spoke to a landlord who just says it's crazy. People are trying to sell properties here and cannot get out of this area. So here you've got this sleepy vacation area that gets all these people every year. They have a huge car show this weekend. And no big deal. Vacancy after vacancy. Stores closing. Now you can sit there and say, oh, Dan, do you need another sweatshirt? Do you need more sandals? Do you need stuff? This is the type of place, guys, that they were here forever. And all these different places. Doesn't matter which side of the street you're on. That's just a sign of the time. Local newspaper moved out of here. Couldn't afford. Vacancy, where we started. I don't know if you caught that or not, but the first building was vacant. Bank of America's gone. Okay? They're not banking anymore? Oh, okay. The problem you have is rent for places like this are generally higher than they are inland, but you get people walking their dogs and people, living here. So done, guys, done. Sign of the times. Walt's Wharf, done. Okay? Just crazy, guys. We hear about all these different banks that are closing and all these different problems, but to bring up my first point, and DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, they got hit with a ransomware attack with a threatening letter that was sent to them, to Elon Musk, and to Big Balls. Read the story below. Here's the thing, guys. In the video description, I leave the links, generally in the order of the stories that I talk to you about. So you can start at the beginning and see that the first one's about the ransomware attack all the way through the video. Now, if you're talking about the attorneys and things like that, there's no story to reference, a local attorney who's been practicing law for God knows however, 40 years. But it is crazy what they're seeing down here. But Doge got a ransomware attack. Look at this. There's another one. Ice cream shop gone. Bye-bye. Okay? Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Now you can sit there and say, there's another ice cream shop right here. I think it's nuts that somebody would open up one right next to another, but they do that, and one of them survived, one of them didn't. So the Department of Government Efficiency got hit with a malware attack and a shakedown of, hey, listen, pay us, tell us what you did, name 5 things that you did last week, or you're going to give us $1 trillion. And this is for real, guys. They got hit with $1 trillion ransomware attack right now. And this is barely being discussed right now. So $1 trillion, or else they're going to give away all the secrets, everything that they're doing, disrupt, all the accounting. CBD Hub is down for the count. God, this is wild, guys. I'm telling you this right now, guys. Never. Here's the thing. Talking to the landlord and talking to the lawyer, you used to see somebody go out of business and people would fight for them. Bid it up. Get down here. But people don't have the money. People are not spending the money. So the Elon Musk attack is pretty wild right now, guys, because it's, it is done through the black market and it's real. They want to steal all the personal information. Now you can sit there. There's people that go, oh, see, they never should have had access to this stuff. These people are trying to save money. Whether you agree with it or not, I don't want to see government waste at all. Just don't. That's the pier down there. So the other thing is Tesla's profits. Elon Musk, you know, 2 days ago announced their profit, and they were off 71%. He had a 135-day agreement, and once that is done, he's going to, wow, look at these places, 2 in a row. Look at this, guys. That is crazy, guys. So I just don't, what do you do? It's not going to snap back anytime soon. They don't think it's going to snap back anytime soon. But here's the thing: some of these buildings are for sale. Some of them have apartments above and things like that, and the storefronts downstairs. No, you're not going to rent those. I'm all over the map right now. So the Elon thing, Tesla profits off 71%. Think of this: this guy was the poster child for green, energy and living the green lifestyle, and now, people don't want the car. So he's going to go back and dedicate his time to Tesla moving forward. We'll see if that, makes a big difference. That'll be interesting. One thing, when I had a really big video 3 years ago, 4 years ago, where we showed all the cruise ships and all the tankers and everything that were off the coast. And you're starting to see that the shipping companies are done. It is anticipated that 30% of all shipping requests and shipping items are not going to happen. Now, my daughter, who's huge into Formula One, loves Formula One, she just told me that they are canceling an event in June that hasn't really been publicly announced yet because they're worried about shipping the automobiles here from around the world. So that's that, guys. And Formula One draws a big crowd, big money crowd too. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with auto events and things like that over the course of 2025. But this event, she said, Dad, they're canceling it in 2025 and they're going to come back in 2026. Wow. Unbelievable. So 30% of U.S. orders from China tariffs have been canceled. 30%. Now, one of the things that we've talked a lot about, my buddy at Beachin, and I'll go in there for you guys in a minute for the private channel. I have a private channel called I Allegedly Live. You sign up at iallegedly.tv. We'll go in and visit Frank in a minute. Here's the thing: Affirm, all those companies that do the deferred payment programs, well, they just announced Affirm wants to let you know that all pay over time loans are going to go to TransUnion. So they're going to start reporting all this stuff, guys, and you're done. You are absolutely finished with these multiple pays, delay payments, 90 days same as cash, all this stuff that is going to be on your credit report. Get used to it, guys. Get used to it because it's done. It's not going to. You're not going to get away with just putting it off. Speaking of my daughter, she told me about friends that have done that buy now, pay later, and they will have an item that's $50 and it'll get delayed so much. She knows somebody that spent over $500, 10 times the price, because they delayed, and the interest was added on to a $50 item. So, well, I'm never going to do this again. Yeah, I bet. So, Wells Fargo Bank has a huge announcement. Again, so much trouble with Wells Fargo Bank. We've talked about them till we're blue in the face. But one thing that they're doing is they want to get rid of bank accounts that are dormant. So you may have money sitting in an account. If you have not used that account in 16 months, they are the largest bank. They have the most amount of ATMs. They have the most amount of branches. And they're going to start closing accounts after 16 months. That's it, 16 months, guys. You don't have any activity on your account, you're done. They're going to close the account. Now, again, probably sent you an email about this way back when. And talking to the attorney today, of all the things we talked about, is how people don't realize they get these notifications through an email and they're paying fees, they're paying different things that they agreed to that they never got a letter on. And we're talking, he does trusts in the States and things like that. How many people don't go through their accounts and talk about who the right beneficiaries are and who's supposed to get what when people pass? I'll deal with that later. And then the guy gets hit by a bus. I am telling you this right now, and I told him this story again today, where I did a video a year ago where a man went out. Oh, here's another one. Man went out, met a girl, and started dating her in 1989. Look at this place. Old Town Coffee. Old Town Cafe. Is Old Town done? Look at that. That's terrible, guys. They're dating 1989. He gets a job at Procter and Gamble, signs up for his retirement account with them, 401k, shenanigans, and they break up 2 years later. No big deal. Meets a new girl 3 years later, has 2 kids with her, never gets married. Okay? Guy dies tragically. 2 kids step forward thinking that he's going, well, dad had that account. Nope, the account was left to the woman, the Frisbee girl that he met on the beach that day, the park, playing Frisbee. So make sure you have your beneficiaries and everything in order, guys. You know where the accounts are and where the address of the banks are and who you want to know this stuff. Because I'm telling you guys, this guy was like, Dan, this happens all the time. People fighting over assets, people not realizing that their accounts are different places. So it happens, guys. Happens all the time. But Wells Fargo is going to start closing accounts down. So some states will send them to will send it to the state, and you can deal with that. But that can take 6 and 8 months. Here's Walt's-Worth, guys, done. They're grinding this place down. So you hope. Oh, man, you don't want to see this. I hate this, man. This really bothers me. But you can sit there and say, "Oh, Dan, there were too many small places here." When this place is packed, when they have this auto show this weekend, this place will have thousands of people out here, and you're going to want, oh my God, there's that coffee shop, let's go there. There's a breakfast place, let's go there. That's what you'd want. Now, closed, done. And there's more down here that are closed too. So, now, I got to be honest with you, I didn't even think this place was open anymore. A car company, Mexican place is good, El Ranchito, car company that is not manufacturing automobiles anymore right now in the States. It says that they're gonna pause in about 45 days, and that is Mazda. Mazda still making cars, guys. Now, it's funny, people get loyal. The CX-50 car that they make, people say it's a great car, but did you know that they were still making cars here in the States? I didn't even know that. Well, they're not making, cars anymore because you can't get the parts. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds horrible. So, again, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I got one final story for you, and that is, California does things that other states don't do. And, when people take a maternity leave or paid leave for when you have a baby, one thing that's wild is I had no idea how bad it was for people, that sometimes it takes them, like 2 months to start getting disability payments and things like that, and they're home alone with their baby. So you can look at this as good or bad. They're going to start letting you, the nursery's still open, little stuff. They're going to let people file for paid leave early before you leave to go have your baby. So they're trying to determine the date. You can read the story below on this, but this will be one of those things that will travel to other states because, well, wait a second. California did this, and they let us file, 90 days before we were actually leaving. But again, how do you pay somebody? Well, don't you pay them when you go? You have the baby and you leave. That's how it was back in the day when my kids were born. So I don't know. See a lot of things. A lot of people get stuff for free. They're worried about, again, read the article. Immigrants and people that don't speak English as a first language, that don't understand the disability system, so they want to give them a head start. Okay. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Email me at hello@iallegedly.com. And onward and upward, guys. I'll see you very soon. But again, name 5 things that you've done to secure your job. That's wild, guys, that's the shakedown being done to the government. and amen. Okay? I'll see you guys real soon.